Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about forward stats. Now I'm going to break this up into about 5 videos. This video is going to be about shots and shooting percentage. My second video will be about penalty minutes and face-off wins. Third video will be about points and assists. Fourth will be about hits, and fifth will be about goals and power play points with forwards. No defensemen. I might do another collection of videos just talking about defense and who leads the league in the respective categories. So let's get started right away with shots here. Now, the number in black is the amount of shots, the blue is the shooting percentage, and the red beside the blue is the goals scored. So for instance, number 1, we've got Nathan MacKinnon of the Colorado Avalanche with 318 shots. 11% shooting percentage, and 35 goals in the season. Now, this is pretty normal for him. He's always been in the top 5 in shots for the past 3-4 years, I want to say. And yeah, goals, he's always between just over 30 to just over 40. Pretty standard for him. Number 2, Alex Ovechkin, 311 shots, 15.4% shooting percentage with 48 goals. Leads the league with Pasternak, that is, in goals scored. And ditto here, really. All those numbers are pretty normal for him. Number 3, we've got Pacioretty with 307 shots of the Vegas Golden Knights, 10.4% shooting percentage, 32 goals. I think it's safe to say his career revival in Vegas has come full circle, playing with Stastny and Stone. I think a bunch of them were injured on and off here and there. But these look back to his normal numbers before he, started pooping the bed back in Montreal in his last season or so. Number 4, we've got Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs with 290 shots, 16.2% shooting percentage, and 47 goals. Second in the league in goals there, just 1 goal behind the leader, which is a shame on so many levels that, the regular season is probably done right now because he might have been only the second Leaf to score more than 50 goals. I want to say the other one was Rick Vive. Yeah, I'm a Leaf fan. I cry a lot at night. Next up, let's talk about... by the way, I think he also leads the league on 5-on-5 scoring, or at least he's in the top 3. Anyway, I digress. Number 5, we've got Pasternak at the Boston Bruins. 279 shots, 17.2% shooting percentage, 48 goals scored, tied for the league next to Ovechkin. For the first month and a half, this guy was on fire. His shooting percentage was probably higher. I don't think this is the norm for him. I think he's more of a 35 to just over 40 goal scorer per year. But he's still young. He's like, 24 or something years old? Somewhere around there? He could prove me wrong, but I'm guessing he's between that 32, 42 goal mark. And remember, he's playing on probably, the perfection line, the best line in the league with Marchand and Bergeron. That helps. Next up at number 6, we've got Patrick Kane, 275 shots of the Chicago Blackhawks, 12% shooting percentage, 33 goals. He had a bit of an off year last year. He's bounced right back. Number 7. Look at this, Brady Tkachuk. 259 shots of the Ottawa Senators, 8.1% shooting percentage. So that's low. I don't know if I've mentioned already, but the league average shooting percentage is somewhere around, I'm going to say 9.7%, give or take. So he's well below that. 21 goals on the season for him. He's huge. He's 6'4". He's at least 210 pounds. He's a beast. He's going to be like a more lethal Jordy Ben in his prime. I think that's how this guy is going to come to form. If he can just work on his shot a bit more. Because a lot of these goals he probably scores are, in front of the net type of thing. But we'll see. Number 8, Tyler Seguin of the Dallas Stars. 245 shots, 6.9% shooting percentage, 17 goals of the season. This is off his mark. Obviously, Seguin has scored, I want to say he scored 40 goals at least one time. He's usually around a 35 goal scorer a season. He's having an off year, which is so bad for the Stars because they went out and got all these extra offensive tools like Pavelski and such, and they're still, pooping the bed offensively. But hey, they're in a playoff spot, so who cares, right? Playoffs are a different season. Number 9 here, we've got Kyle Connor of the Winnipeg Jets. 239 shots, 15.9% shooting percentage, 38 goals. This guy is like, I don't know, he's 22, 23 years old. He's getting better each and every year. He's almost turning out to be like a more consistent, better Patrick Laine at this point, at least when it comes to goal scoring. But, you know, I'm sure I'll eat my words soon enough. Number 10 here, we've got Marchessault of the Vegas Golden Knights. 235 shots this season, 9.4% shooting percentage, 22 goals. That's pretty average rate for him. I want to say maybe his shot mark's a little high, but when it comes to the goals he scores, it's usually around 25 or so a season. Do you know this guy, in his last season for the Florida Panthers, scored 30 goals? And the Golden Knights took him in the expansion draft. Wow. All right, so let's talk about shooting percentage here on the right in the green. And just a quick note on this one, the numbers in the green are the shooting percentage of the player, in the black are the shots, and in the red are the goals they've scored. Now, for this list, you had to have at least a minimum of 100 shots on net for me to throw you up on here. You'll notice none of the top 10 in shots are the top 10 in shooting percentage, even though some of them are pretty high. Let's start with number 1 in Killhorn of the Tampa Bay Lightning with 20% shooting percentage, 130 shots, and 26 goals this season. The guy's like 29, 30 years old. I think this is definitely an outlier. It's a blip. Don't be picking this guy in your top 5, 7 if you're playing fantasy hockey next year, thinking he's going to do the same thing, because he won't. Number 2, Zach Hyman with a 19.8% shooting percentage for the Toronto Maple Leafs, 106 shots, 21 goals. Hyman was injured for the first 2 months, I want to say, give or take, of the regular season, and he still has 21 goals. His regular goals are usually around 13, 15 at most. For the last 3 years, he's been playing on one of the top 2 lines on Toronto with some really gifted players like Tavares or Austin Matthews or Marner or Nylander, and he's just a puck hound. He basically feeds the puck to the skilled players, and this year he's just, I don't know, his hands have come around a little bit. He's getting those garbage goals in front of the net, those tips, those rebounds, and yeah, I know 7 or so of those goals are empty netters, but I dare you to go back and look at all the footage of how he scored those goals 6-on-5, because he works hard for every single one. No one deserves every single one of those goals like Zach Hyman does. Number 3 is Draisaitl, 19.7% shooting percentage, 218 shots, 43 goals. That's good for 3rd in the league right now in terms of goals scored. You'd think that that would be kind of a high shooting percentage, but I'm not sure that's that far off his average. Really. I think his average might be closer to 17, but that's even very high. This guy is just can pick his spot. Number 4, let's talk about Zibanejad. You know, it's when I hear it in my head, it's pronounced right. That's what matters, right? Anyway, he's just been on fire lately. I think he had was it 5 goals against Washington in one game? Just unbelievable. He's come out of, not to say he's come out of nowhere. He's really blossomed in what, he's 26 years old now, I think. And yeah, I bet Ottawa's, 3 years later, Ottawa's really regretting this trade. What do they give up for him? Like a 3rd round pick and a prospect? Yeah. Scary. Anyway, 19.7% shooting percentage, 208 shots, 41 goals. Good for 4th in the league right now. Can he do it again? I don't know. I think maybe he's more of a 30-goal guy. We'll see. Representing the Rangers here. Number 5, we've got TJ Oshie of the Washington Capitals with a 19.6 shooting percentage. Only 133 shots. He's a veteran opportunistic shooter, playing mostly on that second line in Washington. And yeah, he's usually good for around 30 goals a season, give or take. Number 6, Burakovsky, formerly of the Capitals, 19.4% shooting percentage for the Colorado Avalanche. 103 shots and 20 goals. That's unbelievable. Now, he's really blossoming with Colorado after leaving the Capitals. He's playing on that second line with Nazem Kadri, but he's been going through some injuries, as has Kadri, as is the whole entire Colorado team, especially a lot of their forwards. Rantanen, the list goes on. Otherwise, he could probably have closer to 30 this year. Number 7, Kubalik of the Chicago Blackhawks, 19.1 shooting percentage, 157 shots, 30 goals. Who is this guy? Who? Who? He's 24. His first year playing in the NHL. He played last couple seasons in the Swiss League, about 3 or 4 seasons before that with a Czech league. And he's put up some good numbers here and there, but nothing like this. I'd like to see him do it again next year. We'll see what happens. Number 8, we have Noel Acciari of the Florida Panthers with a 18.5% shooting percentage, 108 shots, 20 goals. This guy's a fourth liner, playing like, 12 minutes maximum a night? Probably more like 10 or less. Now, side note, he had 2 back-to-back hat-trick games. Everyone was like, what's going on here? What, is the world upside down? Which doesn't make any sense. If the world was flat, maybe that would make sense. But anywho, you know what I mean. It's just crazy that this guy, playing for Boston the past few seasons on the fourth line, he's like an 8-goal scorer, maybe 10, 20. Yeah, this is just, don't expect him to do this again. Tied for 8th place is Sebastian Aho of the Carolina Hurricanes. 206 shots, 38 goals. This guy just gets better and better every year. Scary to think if there was an Olympics and he played with like Line and who's another Phantom, who's a sniper I'm forgetting. I can't, Rantanen. There you go. Number 9, moving on. We have Braden Shen with the St. Louis Blues at an 18.1% shooting percentage, 138 shots, 25 goals this season. He had a bit of an off season last year with the Blues, but this is kind of normal for him, like between 25, 32 goals a season when he's playing well. High shooting percentage for him probably. That would come down. Number 10, Jason Zucker, formerly of the Minnesota North Stars, now the Pittsburgh Penguins, with an 18% shooting percentage, 111 shots, 20 goals. Obviously playing with Crosby helped him. I think he's got around something like 12 points in 16 games since joining the Penguins. He's a puck hound. He puts it in all within 3 feet of the net kind of deal. I would think he has the potential, at least playing in Pittsburgh, to be a regular, 24, 25 goal scorer next season. That's a possibility too. So anyways, this video has been long enough. The next one I'll do will be about penalty minutes and face-off wins. So I'll just cut the string here. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Smash that subscribe button. If you haven't already, I'm a very small channel. Could really use your help, especially in these times where I don't have any job anymore. I've been laid off like the rest of you, so could use your support. Thanks again, and hey, I'll see you soon.